Hi everyone, welcome to episode 26 of the podcast, and I remain your host Tomobi. For today, we are going to be looking at general obligations and disciplines under the Protocol on Trading Services of the AFCFTA agreement. We will take a look at the most favored nation treatment, like how our services and services suppliers to be treated in territories of state parties. So that's what we're going to be considering today. So under most favored nation provisions, state parties are to accord to services and suppliers of state parties treatment that is no less favorable than it accords to like services and services suppliers of any third party. So that means that if a state party, whatever treatment that a state party accords to services and services supplier of parties that are not part of the AFCFTA, maybe like another country, then the treatment that it affords to such services and suppliers should also be accorded to services and suppliers of members of or nationals of state parties. That's that for that provision. Then the next one, state parties are allowed to enter into preferential agreements with third parties in accordance with general agreements on trading services of the WTO, that's under Article 5, so long as it does not impede or frustrate the objectives of the protocol. So such arrangements or such treatment shall be extended to state parties on a reciprocal and non-discriminatory basis. So if state parties enter into such agreement, then it shall accord such treatment to state parties on a reciprocal basis as well. So, and also another provision is that one or two or more parties, that state parties, can agree to liberalize trading services for specific sectors or subsectors in accordance with the objectives of the protocol. And of course, that arrangement shall also be extended to other state parties. The other state parties should be given opportunity to negotiate such preferences. This is another reciprocal arrangement provisions. Then the next one, and for this one, a state party is not obliged to extend preferences that it agrees with any third party prior to the entry into force of this protocol. However, it's not compulsory. It may afford such opportunities to other state parties. So that means if a state party that entered into some sort of preferential trade arrangements, or trading services before the protocol on trading services came into force, it's not obliged to extend such arrangements to other state parties. However, the state party should give them opportunity, afford them to other states to also negotiate on such terms. Then the last one we're going to be looking at is a state party may maintain a measure that is inconsistent with paragraph 1. That's the first one I read, the first provision which states that state parties are to accord to services and suppliers of state parties treatment that is no less favorable than that it accords to like services and suppliers of any third party. So if a state party maintains any measure that is inconsistent with that provision, as long as it is listed in the most favored nation exemption. So there are situations where that's listed as an exemption and the state party may maintain such measures. So this is where we're going to be ending it for today's episode. So thank you to everyone that is listening. And yes, I did a review of the most favored nation treatment for trading goods. You may want to listen to that in past previous episodes as well. So until next week Thursday, I say bye bye. And as usual, just a general information that is provided in this podcast. If you need specialist or expert advice, please, you can reach out to me or reach out to a trade expert. So until next week Thursday, bye bye.